What's up, guys? It's your favorite Cube Coach. We're back for part 2 with Rio. We got a good one right now. We're going to be talking about the Gg swing. Let's go do this thing. So welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to Cube Golf Japan, we do a bunch of videos like this every single week. So what you got to go do is hit that little red subscribe button, right? Smash the like button, leave a comment. We love all your comments. We read all of them, right, Rio?
Yeah, we all do.
All of them. And then also make sure to share the video. Let's go hop into the first part.
Seems it never ends.
All right, Rio. So we're talking the Gg swing in Japan. Very famous, very popular, very controversial, possibly. This video might get controversial. Where do you want to start this one off? You want to start with just Matthew Wolff to make it easy?
Sure, I think he's a great example.
All right, let's just start with Matthew Wolff. So let's start off, let's talk about his backswing, right? So what is unique about Matthew Wolff's backswing?
Definitely, it's from the bottom to top straight, so nothing is, not even close to laid off.
Yeah, not even close to laid off, right? So very across the line. When he takes it back, he gets the club head way outside the line, right? Hand path kind of works out.
Straight up.
Yeah. So he has a very unique backswing, right? And then from there, everyone knows he lays down the golf club. He has the squat move, and that's pretty much kind of a very exaggerated, but pretty much George Genghis, the GG theory, right? That everyone's talking about, right? All right, so let's transition. Let's transition into what I've been seeing Japanese golf instructors been teaching, right? So first, let's go with your opinion. So what is your opinion when people talk about the GG, the shallowing motion here in Japan? What is your opinion that, just tell me what they're talking about first, then we'll go into what's wrong.
Okay, so the biggest part of his swing, downswing, is obviously making, shallow, right? But the people just think, oh, okay, so making it upright and then shallow downswing. It's not what he's actually really talking about. It's more about how to shallow it, and then there are different ways to shallow it. So I really hope everyone understands the correct way to shallow the downswing, right?
Sure, yeah, I mean, my personal take on it is I see a lot of people in Japan talking about hand path out automatically shallows out the golf club, right? Which we had a conversation about this before this video.
Yes.
And that's actually not necessarily true, right? So I've seen plenty of my students have a hand path work out with a very steep club shaft, right? So hand path plus out doesn't automatically equal shallow, correct?
Right, correct. Okay.
Yeah, and I think Gg also says that in his videos, but I think what happens is with translation is you get people who don't maybe necessarily fully understand English, who are translating his videos, and then they're teaching this theory as their own theory, and they might not necessarily be understanding the little tiny subtleties, which is what we're hoping to kind of bring to you with this interview, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like, the translator would be, the person needs to really understand the golf swing instead of just, translating English into Japanese, right? So there's maybe something you can't really explain with even using the right words, because it's more like about feeling.
Yeah.
So
and there's not a lot of, what I've noticed is there's not a lot of terminology that's already been made in Japan that can translate this directly. So like, really what you're getting is you're getting a very diluted, which means like a very not so precise method that he teaches, right? So keeping that in mind, let's start talking about in terms of shallowing. What are kind of the most important things that he talks about, right? So for me personally, I think one of the most important things when he's talking about shallowing is he's talking about the geometric center, or kind of the sweet spot of the golf club, slightly falling behind the hands in transition, right? So tell me what you see Japanese instructors showing in all their videos. What are they all doing?
Okay, so pretty much like just Mike said that, move your hand, forward, it automatically makes your downswing shallow, right? But it's not always like the best way to shallow the downswing.
And they're also like just showing you this crazy exaggerated look of the shallowing. Now I'm personally guilty of this. Now I thought I did it, well personally the reason why I did it was I thought it was funny, and that's I think why George does it too as well. But I think it might have been taken the wrong way, and I definitely still see a lot of Japanese instructors actually teaching that as what the student should actually do, right? So to kind of fill that in, it's really what George is doing, that crazy exaggerated feel. It's a feel, right? It's not what he actually wants the students to do. It's really just a feeling, right? So that's a big misconception we see there.
Right. So one quick comment from me. So don't copy what you really see in the video.
Yeah.
Don't try to do like exactly same as what you see in the video, because that's not always correct. But because we have so limited information about Gg swing, so what we can do is actually watch the video and then try to do the same thing. But that's causes a lot of problem actually, making your swing maybe even worse.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think a lot of you guys are taking what you see on the video as his method. And if you actually watch George's videos, at least the videos that he has up on YouTube, that I personally see is he doesn't really teach a set method to his students. Now, the most popular students you're seeing, you're going to see the method in there, right? But what I've actually seen him teach his students is way different than what you guys are actually hearing from other Japanese golf instructors. Like, for example, one of the big things is the squat move. Now, I see a lot of the people that are teaching the squat move doing this heavily exaggerated, like external rotation of the lead knee, or like a super deep squat. And that's actually not what he teaches a lot of his students to do. And he actually has some students not even really worry about that, or he tells them not even to try to do it.
Right.
Which is interesting, right?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Right? Now, another thing that we definitely see with Gg is really when he does speak, he speaks very fast, and he also speaks, I think, in kind of it's kind of hard to directly translate to the Japanese, but he speaks in a way that's kind of sarcastic. So what happens is a lot of the time that when you're listening to him talk about something, he actually might be joking about that topic, which I've seen in the past, especially with the shouting motion. People actually like, oh wow, that's what he means to do, and then they go and teach it on YouTube. And me and Ayano are laughing about it because it's like, oh, that's actually not, it was a joke, right? So I mean, that stuff happens all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so really, I guess what we're trying to get to you, and we're going to have future videos about this topic, misconceptions we see, as well as maybe give you guys a blueprint. This is kind of just a back and forth video to start.
Right.
But I think in the future, what we're going to do is really just show you guys exactly kind of what he is saying, and we're going to try to keep it simple, as well as give you maybe some of the ways that he kind of puts his theory out in different ways, because it's kind of confusing if you really don't know English. He kind of has a theory, but then it really branches out towards the individual student. So we're hoping we can highlight for you. And then also as well, Rio, do you have something to add about Gg before we
maybe you guys can try to collect information as much as you can before next series, I guess. For example, watching Matthew Wolf, and then there's his student called Johnny. What's his name?
Oh, Johnny Riaz.
Yeah. He uses same method too, and he plays really solid. So maybe you can kind of compare and see what type of maybe movement they tend to have, or maybe Gg, he tries to tell them. So maybe you can even get more information from magazine or something like that. So
exactly, and a lot of the players you should start looking at. Maybe Adam Scott is actually one of Gg's students. I think he has there's a couple like Tommy Armour, who's on the Champions Tour. There's a bunch of there's probably 5 to 7 people on the PGA Tour that all have really different golf swings, right? That are nowhere close to his method. So again, we'll highlight this a little bit more in the future, but what I want to get from this video is let you guys know we like Gg as a person. Now, maybe his business team.
I'm a huge
fan. Yeah, I like George as a person. Now, maybe his business team is not my favorite type of people, but I do like Gg as a person. I do like a lot of what he kind of brought to the golf industry. So hopefully we can do it justice by kind of showing you guys exactly kind of what he's doing and translate it correctly for you. And yeah, that's pretty much this interview. Do you got anything else to add?
I'm done. I'm good.
All right. So as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this upcoming series. Tell all your friends, guys. Everyone who's a Gg fan or everyone who loves the Gg swing, make sure to come check this channel out, because we're going to have some great content kind of explaining exactly what's going on. All right, let's go do it.